This is the Rec Room. We're on Xbox Series X, and this is a very interesting free-to-play sort of experience. What you're getting here is a completely social-focused, multiplayer-oriented sort of experience. And you're able to enjoy it with other players across different platforms. It's crossplay, so you can actually play with people on like VR or mobile. It's very interesting and actually quite fascinating of a title. And they've got a fun sort of thing for Xbox users because you get your little chief helmet. So it's actually really interesting. And I think you'll see that once we kind of start going over what exactly this game is. So I don't see that there's any sort of, optimizations or anything for Series X. It's just kind of running whatever the base version of this is. It's also on all other Xbox platforms. But I think it says 2 to 40 players. Now, regularly these people would all be very likely saying something. They'd be mic'd up, they'd be talking. I have turned that setting off because, well, who knows what people are going to say, which is a bit of an issue, or if they're pumping music. It's just a lot to, kind of deal with, but it's quite fascinating. So this is a very interesting sort of experience. It's fairly fun, and it's like a bit of a party game. So you can create different rooms, and there's different environments, and you can kind of interact with people within these environments and do, different sorts of things. Sorry, I want to pick this up. It's actually quite fascinating. So it's very much like a social type thing, but it's also sort of a bit, you could say, like Roblox, in the sense that you can go and play games and stuff. So this is just really even one of the... Wow, that was a terrible throw, but, I've never played basketball before in this. Oh, that was awful. So it's very much a social experience, but it's also one where you can go and you can do different things, and you can have your custom character and have different outfits, and you can create your own room. You can tour other rooms. There's a lot of different things you can do here. So we're going to play the battle playlist. We're going to do some laser tag so that you can see what this is like in action and get an idea of it. And again, I find this rather fascinating and interesting because we don't really have a lot of experiences like this on console. On PC, there's lots of different social type games, and I like that we're at a point where we're starting to see more social types of things, more casual games, because not every situation needs like a really intense competitive multiplayer. Sometimes it's fun to just have places where you can go and chill out with other people. So yeah, what this is it's a laser tag game. So we're actually going to be competing against one another. I think we're in the kind of pre-game lobby or something like that. It's very interesting. So you get all these different games, and then there's other people that can, create different games too, which is kind of neat. How do we... And you can have these different rooms, and you can set them up. It's also got really easy, I guess you could say, achievements included here as well, in regards to like unlocking some gamer score. Some of the stuff, takes a while. You actually have to like level up and everything, but a lot of it, I think you get like 700 gamer scores, so very quickly, which is nice. But yeah, we're jumping into the match, and you're seeing that we are playing like a laser tag game. So it's actually kind of cool, the different options that are here. And I'm going to try to show off, a few of them, so you can see that in action and get a full idea of what this is. So it's a game where you can sit there and you can just kind of like chat with people, chat with your friends, or you can go in and play like mini games and stuff. And it's really ultimately quite a fascinating sort of social experience in that regard. I think it's very different from what we've seen before, and I hope people kind of get the idea that I'm saying in regards to this feeling like a Roblox type of experience, in that it's like a game of other games with that social element too. And I think that's kind of fascinating, because again, we don't necessarily have a bunch of games that are like this available on the marketplace, and it's entirely free to play, so you can jump into it at no cost. And get that free cool Xbox thing as well with like the chief helmet, which is kind of fun. But yeah, it's very quite neat. I mean, this functionally plays quite well, and it looks pretty good on the platform, at least I think so. I think glitched or something. That's a bit odd. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of fun. It's kind of weird. It's definitely a little bit different in terms of the gameplay style and in what you're doing in it, which is kind of fascinating. What are you doing? Did I accidentally drop my gun? Oh no. Yeah, you get all these different weapons, you get all these different options, and you can just kind of play it out and have a pretty good time. I thought laser tag was kind of a good starting point, just because it's something a little bit more casual and easier to do. Ooh, the power weapon's there, but I think at that point we're going to switch over to show off something else that you could see more in action. So we're going to go to, we're going to go back to the rec center. So we can load in there and kind of use that as our hub starting point. But there's lots of different opportunities is what I'm trying to get across for what sort of options you have and what you can do. Level up! That's exciting. Think of all the things I can do. But we should probably show off, I think, different rooms. So this is just like, this is the room details here. But there's all these different other rooms that you can jump into. And going to our dorm room is actually a better way to launch the different room environments that we can go into. So this is my private room. Oh, leveled up to level 2. I got a new headpiece. That's cool. Nice. Anyways, so there's all these different rooms that you can go to. So we're gonna go tower defense. I think there was, yeah, that one's kind of cool, but I'm worried about the music it plays. Let's go to the bistro bar. So you can really quickly kind of load in and get to a new area. And like I mentioned, this is a place where some people are playing this in VR and different platforms. And you're just able to visit these different locations. And you can do like gestures and stuff, which is kind of fun. And you can, you know, befriend people and you can hang out and just chill. It's really quite up to you how you want to experience these different areas and the things you want to take in. It's quite fascinating, and there's all these different gestures and everything too. It's very interesting. And you can connect with people, you give cheers, you got so many different cheers you can send, and it's really quite fascinating. And a very interesting sort of time. Now I know this won't be for everyone. That's not really the point, right? But it's kind of just a fascinating experience to showcase, because you've got, like, there's events that you can do, which are kind of neat. There's different ways you can meet up with people and talk to people and see people, and you've got like a backpack with stuff, and you can interact with items and mess with things. And there is a store, you know, it's obviously a free-to-play game, so they've got to have different store things that you can purchase in order to, you know, expand your experience further, which makes sense. Clubs, challenges. There's just a pile of different options. You could do horror stuff, mystery playlists, there's casual playlists, you know, there's all these different sorts of events that you can take part in. I'm just trying to think of what might be fun. Hangout ones, Pumpkin Falls. Ooh, should we go to Pumpkin Falls? That kind of looks delightful. But you can see, you know, there's serious games, there's more casual games, there's a lot of different options. There's even like an explore playlist. So they just really do try to provide a lot of different options for you to go in and have a more casual type of experience, a more fun one. Maybe you'll meet some friends and stuff this way, because I don't think you really do a lot of social interactive gaming these days on platforms. I might have a different skewed experience because I'm a slightly older at this point, but when I was younger, you know, everybody kind of chatted on Xbox. You didn't have parties, you know, you actually communicated with other people more, and it's sort of vanished with parties over the years and the changes to the systems and how you communicate with people. I think they've taken a lot of the social element out of gaming, while also offering you more ways to connect with other people, which is kind of funny, I guess you could say. But yeah, they definitely tried to do something unique with this one, and it's a different type of, like, I didn't, you know, think that we would get something like this. We're friends in the rec room now. Yay. I have no idea who that is. Ugh. Oh, that was pitiful throw. But that's what I'm trying to get across, is that I find this sort of fascinating, just like what you can do in it. Isle of Skulls. Escape with the gold, that might be fun. But you could just instantly connect with other people. And you would hear them talking, and again, that's why we turned that off, because anytime I do video stuff and we have people talking in-game without any sort of control to it, there's always problems. Ooh, nice. If you get what I mean. And I was like, it took me 2 seconds to get in here, and people were like pumping music and stuff. This guy's not messing around. They were making all kinds of weird noises and stuff and saying all kinds of things, and yeah, you know how it is. Okay, well, I want the cutlass. Huzzah! But you can see the different types of fun you can have in the more casual times, whether you're doing this alone with others. Well, I mean, randoms and stuff online too, right? Oh, I'm down, I've got swashed. Why didn't these guys cover me? Am I dead? I've been revived. Arr. But I hope you're sort of getting what I'm trying to say in regards to what is present here. I want the weird cash thing. Anyways. What are you doing? Are they solving a puzzle? A hidden secret. Our heroes have failed. What? Continue to recover it. Oh no. We've lost the gold. But it's just kind of a fun, weird sort of time where you're doing these games. You're experiencing these weird things, and you're hopefully having fun with it and seeing more of what it has to offer. It Chapter 2. That's fun. Let's do that. You're seeing these options that are present and just quirky, weird things that you can engage in. Maybe nothing like too long lasting, but you can have a pretty casual and fun time with it. Ooh, and you can share the different games and then see what people have done. Going to the boat scene. Is it going to come and get me? Ah. I don't. It's just weird, right? It Chapter 2. Okay. And I mean, it's nothing too insanely intense of an experience, but it is something where you get different options for how you want to play it. Fool around with people, meet people, play games, experience little chapter things, and have fun along the way. Is there supposed to be some sort of thing chasing me? Is that... Oh, it's the boat. I've got a bad feeling about this one. I've got a very bad feeling about it. Well, hi, Mr. Pennywise. How you doing down there? Anyways, I think that about sums up really what I wanted to show off for this one. And we'll just go back to the dormitory area so that you can see what is going on there. Back to the rec center, so that you can see a little bit more of like the social interactions and the connections with other people. It's a quirky, weird game. It's one with fun. And it's one where you really don't know what people are going to say when you are interacting with them. It's just nice that it doesn't feel too limited in terms of what you can do, and that you have the freedom to just interact with these people, because they're probably talking, they're probably saying things. Somebody's probably blasting music through their mic. Who knows, right? That's the option here. It really is quite unlimited, and it really is something that offers a lot of gameplay and a lot of time and a lot of potential fun that you can have along the way. Playing games, I don't know, seeing things and seeing what else that the mystical rec room has to offer. What a surprisingly random sort of title. I didn't see this coming.